Respectfully.
We love Jordy to death, but if Ivy ever becomes single, don't spend a lot of time planning on how you to ask her out or put a lot of resources into her. Just do it, because she is fucking deadly on the shoot down, and you just want to get that done quick, Jordy. We really appreciate you because you took that risk. We just heard of a devastating thing she did to a child. And it was.
She was also a child.
She was definitely also a child. But I mean, that was
like grown Ivy.
No.
For no reason.
No, middle school Ivy, and it was like, yeah,
also a child.
Yeah, also a child.
I'm the one who shot my shot with Jordy. So.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
So, Jordy, you dodged a bullet. Or you didn't, one or the other. So anyway, hi guys, welcome back to Dinner and a Game. We really appreciate you guys joining us tonight. It is Tuesday. It's already been a bad week. It's Tuesday, and that means it's time for Emerald Sanctums, which happens to be our World of Darkness Orphans campaign set in the 20th anniversary edition version of the World of Darkness itself. Now, what does an Orphans campaign mean? It basically means that we're not playing any one set faction of the World of Darkness. Not all vampires, not all werewolves, not all changeling, and not all mages. We have a little bit of everything. We have vampires and mages and werewolves and were-tigers, or lions, I should say, and fae, oh my. And all of them are going to be here to help you get through your week by providing you a source and outlet for trauma. Because that's what they eat. They love trauma. It is the only sustenance that they ever require to survive. Is that right, guys?
Yeah, pretty much. I survive on trauma and simpery. That's it.
Simpery.
That's
Simpery. Or you're in the right place for both. So how are you guys doing? How's everyone doing? You doing all right tonight?
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
A little anxious for this session, but yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, only one of you is dead right now.
She never existed. There's a difference.
No, she did exist. She has just been eliminated from the universe at the point where she decided where she made that decision.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right.
So you guys have all your memories of her. You knew she was there. You knew what. You even remember what she said. Remember, she got to say goodbye.
I think we're in a pocket dimension. It's the only reason we can remember she exists.
Probably.
So, we're going to be playing World of Darkness, and all these amazing people have agreed to come on and experience the trauma together as a found family. Let's go ahead and introduce everyone, and they'll let you know who they're going to be playing tonight. Tonight, we'll start it up in the corner with Jonathan. Jonathan, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing much better than Rosalind.
Well, being not dead is a good way to start the game.
Well, I mean, I only have downhill, I guess, to go, because uphill seems like it's going to be very difficult. At least Rosalind has nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, that's true. When you start at negatives, you can only go up. Jonathan, who are you playing this evening?
I am playing Mark. Mark is a were-lion, not a were-tiger.
I corrected myself.
Only High King David can make that mistake and put his foot so far down his throat that Mark will probably never serve King Arthur again.
I don't know what to tell you. I apologize profusely. It is just... Vera's not dead. My wife is trying to kill you, Vera. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, wait, never mind. Joke. Vera is dead, but she's the living dead. So, fully animated, walking undead. Yeah, she suffers the curse of undead.
I'm a revenant.
A vampire.
Essentially. Yeah, revenant. Essentially.
And so, Mark is lion, as we said, and also he is part fae, correct?
He is part fae. Not that most people wouldn't recognize that. They just call him things like bastard.
Not everybody, just the people he talks to.
I've never.
That's true. That's true. Your family has never called you a bastard.
I haven't met most members of my family.
You're
It's
found
us.
family.
It's us. It's us.
Talking about us.
And that's why everyone gets mad at Mark. Milagros,
Hello.
hello. And how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I actually managed to take a walk by myself today. So I was like on my feet walking around for like a good 10 minutes, which is big improvement from the last couple of weeks.
Excellent. I'm glad to
yeah,
hear there's
and I have-
improvement.
And I have a doctor's appointment on Thursday, so excited to be moving on with that. Just terrified generally of how the session's going to go, and also because I'm going to get my ass absolutely whooped on Monday because my character in our Bristol's Lost game is just so intelligent, so just makes the best decisions. They're not gullible or stupid shit, and they totally didn't just like fuck everyone over like 2 days after all of this started.
We've been out of the hedge
God.
2 days and we're gonna die.
We're done. We're so
And who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Pandora, who's only slightly less of a dumbass. Our Black Fury werewolf and resident vampire simp. No one is allowed to say anything about that. She will fight people on it at this point. Who's just watched her fucking friend evaporate and is gonna have a fucking breakdown. Finn is getting jumped if the first words out of his art wish for Rose to come back.
We will see what happens to
screw the
poor
mate
Finn.
that she's helping. She's just gonna drop him and like jump.
Speaking of mages, Sphinx, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
You okay?
Yeah, it's been a lengthy weekend.
Well, I'm glad you had a lengthy weekend. Oh wait, I
Yeah.
hope it was a good lengthy weekend.
Yes.
Just lie to us. Lie to us. Give us hope.
Yes.
Alright. Well, hopefully tonight will make it better.
I am in need of some refilling of spoons.
Gotcha. And who are you going to be playing tonight?
I'm playing a resident mage, Order of Hermes, and current Merlin of this universe, Emerus Grant, adopted dad to Penny, temporary wielder of an extraplanar version of Excalibur, I guess. Yeah, we're in my hometown, and I'm freaking out because no one's around.
Mm-hmm. Literally, the city of New Orleans seems to be deserted.
Yep.
Alrighty. Now,
And my friend has been yeeted from existence
pretty much,
in
it seems
front
to
of
be.
me.
Absolutely. Speaking of people who have had some shocking revelations, Ivy,
Oh, hi.
how are you doing?
I'm great. I've been so productive and adulty all day long.
And now you're gonna come for your devastation.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ivy's like, I was productive. I was productive. I was a good girl. I did everything I needed to do today and more. Time for me to be punished.
Oh my god. Anyway, racing right past that. Anyway, is that a fan?
What?
Is that a fan?
No, there's a collection of bookmarks.
Okay. It got so much more interesting.
Always.
Hey,
Always.
Fantasy Daddy
Anyways.
is Fantasy Daddy. That's all we're saying.
I think it's TikToks. That's correct. Anyways, I'm playing the lovely coffee undead Vera Rhoda, who is our resident vampire, and is having a very interesting time as she stands here with her father and ex-lover at her feet. It's fine. It's fine.
Yep. Dumped out of the nothing and
Mhm.
laying there apparently lifeless.
Mhm.
It's fine. It's all fine.
I don't know, they
Oh,
are
he finally
vampires.
kicked it.
He doesn't seem to be moving in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, he
Okay,
was
so first
like him and Kinsley were both eaten by the nothing. So
we
like,
gotta poke him and then jump.
I
Poke him.
feel like he is not our first priority at this moment.
Okay, so it is jumping Finn then. Okay, so it's jumping Finn.
It's
first.
jumping in. Okay,
Yeah, it's up somebody.
Pandora priorities have been set, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, we have the source of everyone's trauma, M.
Hey.
How are you doing?
I am doing great, actually.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. If your character would still alive, who would you be playing tonight?
Yes, I am now currently yeeted out of existence, or the big dead. Hi, I am playing Rosaline, our lovely she-noble of House Islanded. House Islanded is gonna House Islanded to unravel secrets, that including their own death. She's a delight. This is the most reckless thing that she's done so far in this chronicle. Yeah, this I would deem this the most reckless. Besides the whole ballroom thing, that was like the second most reckless.
And the ballroom scene, at least she had the excuse of being like absolutely fucking furious. This one was almost premeditated.
No.
No.
I don't think it was premeditated in her opinion, but on M's end, absolutely.
And her end, it was more like a logical steps to conclusion.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be, of course, doing playing this wonderful game, Emerald Sanctums, but we're also going to be doing is a couple of things during the show. Number one, there's going to be a random 20-minute period during the show where we're going to give out raffle tickets. These raffle tickets are given out for this amazing, amazing woman. This is Lilith. This is the first daughter, a flesh blood daughter, I should say. She is basically kind of like a goddess to the vampires, and she is a mini from Archvillain Games. Now, that's from their Blood Right Red Rain collection. Now, the big thing about this mini is you can't actually buy the physical mini. Archvillain Games only gives out the 3D printable files. I'm going to be printing this mini out. In fact, I should start on it now because we're getting near the end of the month. I'm going to print this mini out, and we're going to give it away at the end of the month. And you can get raffle tickets by typing !mommy into chat when the 20-minute period starts. For every follower that types in mommy, they'll get 1 ticket. For every subscriber that types in mommy, they will get 2 tickets. And then we will be giving that away on the show on, what is it? I keep on forgetting. It's the show on the 31st, which is Monday. Bristol Lost on Monday. And that's going to be a very, very good show because, is that going to be the first? No. You don't start that until the next month, right? The other Monday game?
Actually, I start that on October 31st.
Oh, so this is going to be the first game. So M's going to be playing in one game in the morning and running a game in the evening.
Wow.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll get M full of piss and vinegar. She'll be anxious to go because she's going to be in a game run by a man absolutely notorious for making people cry. Which I'm sure is going to make him feel bad because he always does.
Always.
Yep. So, but also, if you are when you follow us to get those raffle tickets, it automatically also enters you in for a chance to win this set of books. Now, this is our D&D core set that we're giving away when we hit 1,000 followers here on Twitch. We're at 973. Unfortunately, we apparently lost 2. I'm sorry. But we're giving this set away. It's the foil cover set with the player's handbook, the monstrous manual, and the DMG, and that GM screen comes in that slipcase. We're going to give this away once again, like I said, when we hit 1,000 followers. We're at 973, but we're going to keep on pushing to get through to that mark. And when we hit that mark, we are going to give this set away to one lucky winner. Just has to be a follower, don't have to be subscribed, so there's no cost or anything like that. And so following is free, and you have to follow to get raffle tickets too during the show. So please do what you can to help us out, share it around, and let other people know about it. What was that? Yes, you got to know a guy to be able to get mommy. All right. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and get down to Oh my God, that went low. That was wonderful resonance. Thank you very much. My ears,
I'm here for you.
my ears are in a very special place.
I just want to get a sound bite of Sphinx doing that for every time you bring Lilith up on screen.
Yes.
Mommy.
Make it a free soundbite that costs nothing.
Wait, we can
Somebody
just
cut
clip
that.
it. We can
Somebody
just
cut
clip
that.
it.
Yeah.
I think we might need to
We got a clip.
make it a sound alert.
Make it a sound alert. I'm clipping it now just so I can have it for a sound alert.
Yes.
And the yes. I'm taking the yes too.
Do it. Here for that.
So anyway, tonight we are going to be getting back into the story, which basically had our players confronting the BBEG. The BBEG for this campaign has been something that I have been trying to play through in several different campaigns now and have never been able to complete it out. But the concept is what happens when the universe was created. It was created from something, but everyone agrees that there couldn't have been anything except for a little dot. Everything else was nothing. So basically, in order to have form, matter had to come from somewhere, and that somewhere, that somewhere is nothing. So nothing was made into substance, and over time, it became aware, and it realized that being real sucks. So now it wants to go back to being nothing, and it has been manipulating things behind the scenes to try and make that happen. And our heroes have come to the point where they're confronting the nothing directly for the first time. And Rose, M's character, decided she wanted to try and understand what the nothing was trying to do. So she told it to show her. And it even warned her that trying to take on that much as any type of mortal being was going to pretty much end her. And she said she wanted to understand. So it let her. And it blasted her out of existence. And that
Hashtag worth it.
hashtag worth it. And that is kind of literally where we left off. I don't even think anyone's had even a second to react. Rose literally just discorporated, and everyone is like, the only thing that I think before you did it, when you said bye to everyone, did Finn say that he trusted you? I don't think he said that out loud.
Rose
checking.
said, I trust that you'll bring me back. That's all she
Yeah.
said.
Oh, yeah.
She said, goodbye, I love you all, and then looked at Ben, I trust you will bring me back.
And he says he didn't understand. He was like, I don't understand you.
I
And
don't,
she was
you,
like,
you
okay.
surprise me every
Yeah.
time. You surprise me
Yeah,
every
that's what it
time.
Finn, and you know what Finn did? He looked up from his phone and said, "What?"
Oh.
Ow.
Can we talk about the fact
think-
that baby brisket is still there?
Yep.
That's true. I think at that point, if he did that, we'd just take his phone and throw it into the nothing and be like, go get it.
Go get it. No! My phone! The source of my only... My selfies!
I just picture that scene from The Mummy 2 where Imhotep was all, no!
All right, so that literally has just happened. You guys heard the conversation between Rose and the Nothing. It wasn't done in her head, it was done out loud. And standing before you, the figure didn't even gesture. It just... there wasn't even a sound. Rose just disappeared.
Slow breath. Very, breath catch. Looking at Ivy. Did that just happen?
Yep. Yeah, it did.
Finn takes 2 steps forward towards the Nothing. And he looks at the Nothing and he says, "Bring her back." And the Nothing looks at Finn and says, "Is that what you truly want? You have one boon to take. Only one."
I'm gonna put my hand on Finn's shoulder, and then kind of turn him and be like, "Be very careful with how you say this. This is like a Fey deal." you need to make sure you don't bring her back like the moment she left. She did that for a reason. You need to bring her back knowing what she knows, or she's going to be very mad.
And you hear a small voice come up behind Finn, close to the Nothing. And you hear a voice say, "Do I have a boon?" And you see Brisket standing in front of the Nothing. And the Nothing looks down at Brisket and says, "You would have to be real to have a boon. You are not. Therefore, I cannot grant it to you." And Brisket says, "If I were real, I would have a boon." And he says, "Yes." "Then if you make me real, can that be part of the boon I would ask for if I were real?" And the Nothing kind of stops. It's got... you see eyebrows form in where the face would be just so they can raise. And it says, "I suppose." And Brisket says, "You have my creator." And the Nothing goes, "No. Your creator no longer exists." And Brisket says, "Without her, I would not exist. Therefore, to bring her back, I will give up my life as Faye." And the Nothing says, "Is this what you want?" And it says, "What I want is my mother." And the Nothing says, "Very well." And Brisket disappears. Rose, you reappear.
Oh.
Your mind is on fire. Everything is... You are in the same position the Nothing is. You now completely understand that all around you, all this stimulus, the thoughts, the concerns for your friends, the love you feel for Finn, the love you feel for Brisket, the love you feel for Tuck, all of it, it's just more than you ever thought it would be or could be. It is absolutely overwhelming. And then you feel a presence. And in your mind, you feel something settle. And beyond anything else you've ever been able to know and fully absorb, you understand two incredible things. Number one, you know you're pregnant. And number two, you know that the first time since the very sundering, there is a new Fae being born.
Oh.
A actual new Fae soul. There has not been a new Fae soul since the sundering.
She's just gonna start screaming.
Oh boy.
Finn runs over and he basically grabs you by the shoulders. He's like, "What's wrong? Are you hurt? What's going on?"
Ooh, loud, too loud, too loud.
Sorry. He says, he looks around. He's like, he's wearing he's in his traditional clothing, so he pulls off a sash that's around his top, and he kind of just wraps it around your head, covering your ears.
She's already pulling it off.
She's like,
already
"What?"
pulling it off. No.
Too much sensation.
She'll look at the nothing. I understand.
Then you agree.
No,
Then you don't understand.
I do understand. You're overly stimulated, being exposed to things non-stop, and yet you just did something just now. You still made something that is impossible.
Making something out of nothing should be impossible, and yet we all stand here.
And yet I can also make things out of nothing.
I don't see how.
That's the Fae. We make things out of nothing all the time.
You make things out of imagination. Everything you make is from either your dreamers or your own dreams, which you always discredit.
But I understand. You're just overly stimulated, and now you have somebody else that understands you're not alone anymore.
Doesn't.
Why give me something if you're going to take it away?
Do you mean why give you all boons?
Why give a Fae a gift that so many Fae want, and you're going to take it away?
Because it was their want.
And if you're going to take away everything, it's never going to come to fruition, and that goes to that literally is all for naught.
I'm not trying to cheat anyone out of their boon. They were just very direct in what they wanted.
Emerson
Yeah.
leans over to Vera again. So first she was gone, and then there was like she was.
By the way, none of you, she's not visibly pregnant.
Oh.
And-
So we're
and
just chatting to
now-
ourselves.
Yeah.
And now she's back, and something is happening.
I can hear y'all.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't want to.
We're just chatting. It's fine. We're just chit chatting.
Paid no attention to us.
Continue.
So Finn says,
Creative reality. Continue.
Finn says,
I-
Rose, can you just take a minute? Just relax for a second.
She'll turn and look.
You
I
just
cannot
disappeared.
relax right now.
What's going on?
Because I don't know. You're going to be a dad soon, so it is what it is.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. What?
Fuck.
Finn looks around and he says, "What?"
I'm not gonna be a godmother. I'm not. I can't do that shit.
Me and Pandora.
Babies are scary. They're so fragile looking.
Yeah,
We are quite
ask
strong.
the
yeah.
nothing what they did. What I meant, the impossible happened.
Wait, so is this Finn's kid or is
Finn,
it like
Finn steps forward
like
and he
Virgin
puts
Mary
his hands
2.0?
like gently and slowly on both sides of your face.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "I don't care where it came from. Are you sure?"
I'm sorry, the comment.
I'm
You're
Catholic, so like
So one of the former Catholics has to say it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fierce currently Fierce previously Catholic.
Previously Catholic.
No, exactly. So like Pepper and Fear are both previously Catholic.
One of
Like,
us
it's
had
gonna
to
be
say
like,
it.
yo, is this Virgin Mary 2.0?
She'll just look up at Finn. I know.
Say what?
He says, Finn looks at you and he says, "I love you."
No shit.
He says,
weird way to respond to that. I think.
I'm still a little
I'll give us a secret.
overstimulated right
She's-
now.
she's
It's
not-
fine.
No, it's
She's
okay.
not wrong. She's not wrong.
It's okay. It's okay.
No.
It's okay.
Like as she should.
I mean, okay, it's not okay, but it's we're gonna be okay.
But we have to get out of this first, I think.
Uh huh.
And Finn kind of looks at you, Emery's, and he says, I think that she's taken enough shots for the minute. Can you try something?
Sure.
He's
I
like,
don't know what I'm doing, but here
and
we
Finn
go.
looks at you, Rose, and he says, I
Am I
just,
in timeout now?
huh?
Am I in timeout now?
He's like, I just want to have 5 minutes with you.
Yeah, you can.
So, Emery's, what are you going to say to the nothing? And Vera, you're right there too. Actually, all of you, the rest of you are right there. So,
Mhm.
And Mark, the one thing you get more than anything else from the role you did before the game is that this thing, whatever it is stalling.
Interesting.
The thing you can't suss out is why.
Is there a way to leave this place normally, like the way we came, or is that closed? Like, I just kind of want to look back.
That you came through the shadows. So if you had someone who could manipulate shadows, you could go back through the shadows. You waving.
My best
We have
friend
Ezekiel. We have Ezekiel too. I was able to get to those shadows
and her dad.
first. So
Yeah, Pandora's gonna kind of go over to his because like Emery's is dealing with the nothing, but kind of go like kind of poke him.
You go and you kick Ezekiel a little bit?
Yeah, just kind of like kick him and see if like, because I mean I can't check for a pulse, can't check for any other signs of life, so just like
No.
see if he reacts to something.
He doesn't move. Doesn't react, that is.
I'm just meaning that he's dead. That just means he might be hella out of it.
Okay, I'm gonna like take his foot and just kind of start dragging him across the floor, like away from the nothing.
I'll
Yeah.
grab Kinsley and do the same.
Yeah, both of you. You're just
Do you
still Kratos,
drag her or
aren't
do you pick her up? Because Pandora was gonna like pick her up, be a little more gentle. He dragged.
No, she's
like,
being a little more gentle to Kinsley. Like,
He's getting dragged face down. From
And Pandora, you're still in Krenos form, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, neither one of you have any effort moving the bodies.
Yeah, no, he's
Xavier looks worse for wear because he got
Yeah, of
dragged by
course.
his face,
first.
or dragged with his
Good.
face down.
Yeah. God damn it.
So, Emery's, what are you going to say to nothing?
I'll come back and stand next to Emery's after I'm done with
Okay.
Kinsley and
So you just did all of this to paraphrase what Rose said here. All of this, and now she's pregnant. And you want to unmake all of this to take this away. You gave her a gift. And now you're being cruel, unnecessarily so.
I definitely understand how it can seem that way, but you do understand the nature of the boon. It's a request. If I can grant the request, I grant the request. The little
Yes,
creature had
but
a
you're-
request.
And yet you are still, so you honor the request and are then going to immediately dishonor the request by undoing the boon that you've granted?
No. How can I...
You
The
granted the boon.
Yes.
You granted the boon.
Yes,
And
but
now
it didn't
you want
have a
to-
soul. So
you
I
want
had
to
to make a soul.
which is what you did.
Yes.
You
I made a
created-
soul to bond it to its Fey mean, thereby
Mhm.
creating a changeling.
Mhm.
And then, because I created new life, I
Mhm.
needed someone to carry that life. And he gestures to Vera, she cannot. Gestures to
Sure.
Pandora, she could, but it had a preference.
Right. And you are going to unmake everything, or at least that's your plan, to unmake everything, to bring everything back to nothing. Correct? Am I mistaken in that?
No, you're not mistaken.
So you are going to snuff out the life you just created in the process of returning everything to nothing. Correct? That's not a perception thing. That is fact.
I understand what you're saying, but we're going to get into semantics again. We're going to get into philosophy. It doesn't make
it. No, I'm not talking semantics or philosophy.
I'm
kill
anyone.
Truth.
I can't kill anyone.
Then what are you proposing that you're not? How are you
just
not killing
rendering
anyone?
it to nothing?
Which is the same thing.
I don't see how.
Life is something.
Exactly.
And you are by returning that life to nothing, you are ending that life, which is death.
But there's no death. There's no afterlife. There's no decay. There's nothing.
It's still, whether or not there's an afterlife doesn't matter. You are ending the life.
But there's also no rot. There's no awareness. There's no physicality.
That's
all the processes end.
That's not the point. We're not talking about processes. We're not talking about decay. We're not talking about entropy. Any of that. You have created something, and then you're ending something. There is a gain and a loss. That's a death.
But there's also no one to mourn.
That doesn't matter.
That's worse.
That is absolutely worse.
There will be no worse. You keep on using these terms that only reflect being real.
I feel like there's honestly no reasoning with this entity at all. Like, this honestly feels a little pointless at this point.
It does feel that way, doesn't it?
We're gonna have to throw hands with the manifestation of a black hole. Is that what we're going?
Manifestation of a black hole.
I'd rather not fight a singularity. That seems.
Are we gonna get spaghetti?
We might.
We're gonna get spaghettified, and we don't have any pasta sauce.
No.
Oh my god, spaghetti sounds so good right now.
Wait. I have a joke. We do have pasta sauce because Rose is.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No.
I hate it here. Wow.
I'm clipping that only to inflict it on other people.
Yes!
Do it.
Yes!
Do it. Yeah,
Oh
this entity or anti-entity, whatever it wants to call itself, seems to be set in its way and in its path. And no matter what we do, there is nothing we can say that will stop its course.
And it looks at you, Emery's, and it says, well, it can't look at you. You feel its focus on you, and it says, I don't think there is nothing in your power that can stop me.
Okay.
And the way you worded that was interesting. Mark, what do you think about all this?
Hey, Mark. What's up, buddy? Push Mark to the
So
front.
you have a
All
unique perspective on this.
All on you.
I think he's stalling. But I don't know that the gifts come with strings, so I'm really tempted to take one.
You have one to take. You all do, except for the two Fae who have used theirs.
Finn didn't use his.
There is a new bay.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
I'm gonna point at Rose's belly and I'm gonna be like, "That's brisket," and I'm gonna go back to like the nothing.
Finn defensively puts a hand on her belly and is like, "No, it's not."
Yeah, it is. I don't think you've been listening to the conversation.
No, I was making a joke, but go ahead, Mark.
Is that what you're gonna name the kid?
We are
Yeah,
not
of
naming
course,
the kid
it's not
brisket. We are
brisket.
not naming the kid brisket.
Yes, you are. That is brisket. You can't change brisket's name.
The middle name will be brisket. How about that?
Okay.
No.
at least the name, yeah.
Brisket's name is brisket. That's offensive. You can't
Fucking
just change
Finn.
somebody's name.
Fucking Finn just covers his eyes and is like, he'll never survive middle school.
Okay, but
No.
in future kids' defense, nobody really survives middle.
It's true.
Anyways, Mark, go ahead. You argue with the entity for a little while.
So
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
have anything I want that is within your power to grant.
Yes,
Correct?
absolutely.
And what are the limitations of your power exactly? You can empower me or you can't empower me.
I could empower you, I guess.
Ooh, I'll never be happy again if I do this.
I can make that happen too.
I'm just gonna look at everybody.
What
Like
are you
Mark?
planning, Mark?
I'll never be able
What?
to be happy again.
Why?
What?
What are you-
Why?
I want the ability to flawlessly understand any entities I choose's intentions and plans.
That's a very interesting request.
Mark?
Yeah, I know. I'll never be happy again. Okay, Rose, you don't have to rub it in.
Wait.
Are you sure this is your
voluntary, or
request?
just-
I think I can make this request happen. I think this is within my abilities.
But this is like an ability I just have. I can just keep doing this, right?
It will probably never turn off.
Right, which will make me miserable. But
Would not suggest. Would not suggest, Mark. You're going to be
That's
overly stimulated. Would not
Seems
suggest.
like a terrible
He
plan,
requested to
Mark.
flawlessly be understand, so he would be able to survive it. Because he would gain the understanding. Omniscia is a thing.
If you had a dick, I would kick it right now.
What?
Do I need to grow a penis?
No.
She already used her boon, so I don't
I'm just gonna look at everybody. I'm just gonna whisper. He said we don't have what we need to stop him within our power. That probably means it's out there. And when I understand intention of plans, I'll know what it is.
Okay. Mark?
Yes, make me miserable that way. That's exactly
Oh.
what I want.
fuck.
All right.
Mark, are you certain?
You have
It's
no
Mark.
idea what Emery's just said. You are being inundated with every single concept that could happen from this point out. You understand probability on a level that cannot be measured. You know every outcome of every conversation that will be started from the next word said because you understand what the next words are going to be. It is so overwhelming you really can't even speak. Because every single time you go to speak, you know the end of the conversation. You know the end of everything. And it's just useless saying anything. And you even know that that's futile. Because you know everything. You understand everything.
I'm
It is
going
limited to where you are right now.
I'm gonna like get up off of one knee because I'm probably on the ground right now,
Oh,
and I'm gonna hobble over towards Rose, and I'm just gonna like look her deep, direct eye contact because she should just understand me now.
No, you have understanding. She does not.
No, she can understand me. I don't have to talk. She'll be okay. She gets this. She said we're friends. No, she doesn't. I'm gonna turn and look at Emrys. Does Emrys seem to understand?
I don't know. Emrys, do you understand?
I understand that he understands something that I want to
Do
understand.
not understand.
Mark's eyes are not there, Where in his eye sockets, there are just swirling pools of stars.
Oh, pretty.
Oh boy, what have you done, Mark?
Smart.
You can see Rose waving at you.
Right, you don't have to explain it right now, but do I actually understand what the nothingness's intentions and plans are now?
Are you looking at the nothing?
Yes.
The nothing is stalling because the nothing doesn't want to die. The nothing has betrayed itself.
Of course it has.
It is hoping that you can find a way to make it understand why it should continue to exist.
Mark's just like doing like almost like a potty dance of glee as he's just staring at this thing. He's like so excited.
Mark, what's happening?
I don't
Mark,
think
that's
I've
the
ever seen
excited
But,
dance.
Mark, you also know one thing. It will never understand via rhetoric. It only understands via experience.
If only I had words. Words. You know what?
Mhm.
I'm going to point at the nothingness. And then I'm going to grab Pandora and just grab her like by the small of her back and like pick her up. And I'm just gonna like start dancing around and swirl her and like throw her off to the side. And then I'm going to like just jump out in front of another person and just like just seem so happy and excited and like point at the thing again and
Mark, what is it? What is it? What is it, Mark?
Maybe sign language? Maybe sign language.
Penny's
Wait.
like,
I feel
You
like
know
it's a
something?
dog.
Can
I
he
was
see
like, tell me,
sign
boy. Tell me what you saw.
Penny steps up and she's like, I can try and reach him. Mark shakes his head no.
He says no. Don't do that.
Given what Mark just did, sweetie, I don't think that that's a good idea.
We've kind of already almost lost you a couple times.
Rose is just making grabby hands at Mark.
Grab.
Ray, I have to. I'm going to jump down, but at Rose's belly, I want to know the intentions of the fetus.
Why? Why is that a thing?
You can't really read any intentions of the fetus because it's still just a few cells big.
Rose is confused.
But it has a face soul.
The face soul is brand new too. It's experiencing all this for the first time.
Oh.
Ray,
What?
I have 2 points of glamour. I'm going to glamour the baby up.
You're gonna give the baby glamour?
Why not? It's the best. Uncle
What
Mark.
will that
Uncle
do?
Mark,
You
Gave
can
it
give the
again.
fame mean glamour.
I think we've completely lost Mark at this point.
Yeah, no, he's
Mark
You're
is
standing
too
there
big.
like
he's
What-
gone.
you're standing there with hand clasped, like I have no idea what's happening.
Rose looks very confused.
I'm sure Rose can feel the
So
glamour.
is Emrys.
Yeah.
Absolutely confused.
I feel like we're both just standing there like
Finn's kind of watching you, and he's got this weird look in his face, and he's like, "What are you doing, Mark?"
Are you putting glamour?
You don't know what he's doing yet. He hasn't actually done it, and I'm wondering how he's going to do it. He's a beaner.
I bean. Oh, bean.
You know what, Ray? I want Baby Brisket to have the best gift ever.
Okay.
Glamour infused gnosis.
What?
You understand that both are different aspects of reality. Gnosis being a actual manifestation of the energies of the earth, and glamour being the manifestation of the mind. And because you understand every concept, you understand that you can combine gnosis and glamour into something that will make a new aspect. it will create something that is completely of the earth, but based on the imaginations of mankind for the earth.
Wait, was that going to make her have like a rock baby golem kind of thing? Or are we talking about something that's normal?
You know that you will give this creature access to this, that this creature would be able to create this. And you know that this creature can alter the world with this.
I mean, Rose deserves to have a special baby. So yes, let's do it.
It takes you just a moment of thought.
Wait, Ray. Ray, I'm gonna grab Emrys's hand
Ha!
and
What
and,
is this?
and before I do this, and I'm gonna like make this little sparky kind of symbol, and then come on, like,
Okay.
and then point at my
what-
blade, and then like make the sparky symbol again because he did that for me before, and then be like, and then hold my hand out.
Spiky simple. Are you
Zap,
asking me
zap.
to do glamour? You want electricity? Okay.
Point at the blade again.
Okay. You want the blade to have. I want you to have so that you can give it to the blade?
I'm just gonna do thumbs up. That's close enough.
Okay. I am going to do that thing.
I want to merge that with my gnosis and glamour.
You don't
give
have
the
the
person-
ability to channel. Oh my god,
Quintessence?
Quintessence?
quintessence. You're not a mage. You're not awakened. Well, technically you are, but you're awakened in a different way.
Oh man.
What if I let him hold Excalibur? Would he be able to, since he's able to use another Arthurian magical blade, would he not be able to use Excalibur and channel its quintessence?
I don't know.
I am going to,
Can I?
and I'm going to draw Excalibur.
Oh wait,
and hand it
Mark
to him.
understands everything. Yeah, you can.
Oh, as soon as he starts
Only-
offering it to me,
Only bound to the quintessence within Excalibur.
sure. Just as soon as he starts handing it to me, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab it and like smile, and then just like put my hand back on Rose's belly. Quintessence, glamour, and gnosis.
Am I having like the fairy godmother moment from Sleeping Beauty right now? Is that what's happening right now?
We're all giving you gifts,
And
apparently.
Emery's is like and Finn is like, Mark, what are you doing?
I'm gonna turn and look at him with my swirly eyes, and I'm gonna smile. Whether that's kind or creepy, I really don't know based on the weird eyes effect. But
Both.
Rose, I don't know if he's in his right mind.
Ray, could I say anything? Or is it just that it's meaningless to talk at this point?
You don't know if anyone will comprehend what you say. So tell me what you want to say.
Yeah, what do I want to say?
Just like Dogma, where he'll try and talk to us, and our heads will explode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
feels
not
like
that
it's
much.
one of those.
It's he can't. Yeah, no, it's not. He's not the voice of God.
No, it's like Black Bolt.
You know what? Let's keep concepts simple.
Black Bolt.
Blessing.
Huh?
Blessing.
Blessing. You open your mouth to just say the word blessing. And as you open your mouth, you, instead of saying blessing, you say, for the coming of the next age, I can appoint a savior.
Oh, and to channel the energy.
And then channel the energy.
Yeah.
All right. Rose, you feel glamour, but something else. And it's all being vested not in you, but in the child you carry. You can feel it altering the child. Altering the life, the potential for life that is within you right now.
That he will know their ways as if they are his own.
Great.
And in your head,
He will give water of himself.
you hear a voice. And from nothing will come the one who brings Arcadia back to the realms of man.
And his voice will be the killing.
Can I be
word.
making creepy eye contact with her when she hears that?
Rose, in this moment, if she had a wine glass or anything in her hand, it would just drop right now and just shatter everywhere.
And Finn's like, "Are you okay? Did he do something?"
She's just gonna look down at her stomach and be like, what the actual fuck in this moment? And just look at Mark.
He's gonna like gently take his hand off of her belly and then like with the side finger like kind of caress down the side of her face, and then he's just gonna turn to Finn and like pat him on his face, and then just kind of like walk off towards the rest of the group, still holding Excalibur.
I will take Excalibur back now.
You only use 1 point of quintessence.
Ooh. Can I use these weird energies to do other manipulations of things?
Mm.
I'm gonna not hand back Excalibur yet. I'm gonna kind of like just put up a
Okay.
finger and then kind of like keep walking towards Vera. And I'm gonna like look at Excalibur and myself and look at Vera.
Mm-hmm.
That is possibly the most terrifying thing that you could
That's-
possibly do.
Oh
Yeah,
my
you look
God.
at the
Will?
field of light
Yeah,
and
Pandora's
look at
gonna kinda start,
Vera.
like, puffing
Mark
up like an
sword.
angry bird, just like, hey, what are you doing, bro? Like,
Yeah, Emerson's gonna walk like behind Mark, like, please don't do anything weird. Don't hurt my friend.
All right.
It's not been here enough. Shit.
Don't hurt our friend.
she's
Ray, can I PM you a question?
Oh my
Sure,
god.
go
Oh
ahead.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
By the way, Rose, you and Finn are kind of standing there, and Finn's like, just ask, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" But as you see that the nothing, instead of standing there, it seems to have just crouched down and is watching everything that's happening.
I caused chaos. Now I
Mm.
watch.
She's tilting her head, just watching it, and just raises a brow for a second.
Finn sees you like kind of look past him, raising a brow, and he looks over and he's like, he stops. He's looking at it for a second, and he's like, it's enjoying it.
Mhm.
All right, so Mark, you're walking towards Vera.
Yes, I sent you the messages.
Gotcha. Thank you very much. I was not checking the messages. Is.
I'm sure I'm not making anyone that's in the cast nervous at all.
I love it. It's fine.
Definitely getting some ideas of my own.
Oh, Mark will never be happy again now. Like, probably
Oh,
ever. But you know
oh
what?
my
This is
God.
a whole new
My
chapter for Mark.
baby.
We're gonna have to find a way to invent some kind of like magic weed that helps him with this.
Hold that thought.
I'm so scared. right
Ta-da! So, Pandora, what are you doing as Mark walks over with the sword?
Just kind of starting to like kind of like raising her like just puffing up a little bit and like
Bristling?
getting closer to Vera and being like, hey.
Vera just kind of stands there like, please don't stab me in the heart.
I know.
But she doesn't move.
The nothing stands up, and it says, I have fulfilled 3 boons.
I have a boon I'd like to request then.
Oh, wonderful.
Considering what you've done to Mark, I feel like this should be child's play for you.
Oh, I will do my best.
I would like the magical knowledge of every Merlin within the multiverse that has ever been. And the ability to understand that knowledge.
Do you just want that knowledge replicated in you? Or do you want their experiences?
Yes.
I can do this. If I do it all at once, it may be too much. Some of the Merlins have lived for hundreds and hundreds of years. Some of them are not in your same time frame. So I'll be pulling this across time. You would be able to understand it, but whether the forces at work would shatter your mind is another thing.
You were able to do this for Mark without shattering his mind.
Oh, no. He didn't ask for that. He just asked to be able to understand it. He can no longer really communicate. His mind has to spend all of its time analyzing what comes in. Leaves very little for... I mean, he's very lucky that he regenerates so much because that's the only way his autonomic systems are continuing to function. Otherwise, his heart may stop.
The knowledge, then, and the ability to understand it. I fear the experiences may...
You would definitely be able to understand everything without any type of caveat or special needs. The reason I say this is because you are already a Merlin.
Yes.
The pool of knowledge would be grantable. What I'm trying to say is, the boon you're asking for is no major boon. You could literally probably find a way to do this yourself, just by reaching out to them across time and space and talking to them. This is an achievable boon from a creature such as yourself.
Then why...
It would take time, of course.
The experiences themselves, however...
The experiences themselves I would have to take from them in order to allow you to experience them, which is something different. It is fairly destructive, but I can do it. It would leave all the other timelines without a Merlin.
I don't want that. Merlins are there for a reason and for a purpose. So, yes, I would ask that you replicate the knowledge instead within me. But I'd like to add, since we're not doing the experience, if I may, and I'm going to look at everyone, and I'm going to kind of give the here goes nothing or here goes everything look. I'd also like access to the dragon Kilgara.
Okay.
The manifestation of magic itself.
And you want that how? I need to understand. I comprehend that you want access to the dragon, but I could just put you in the same place as it right now, which I don't think would be what you wanted because it's technically not in the fabric of this reality.
I want, in the way that the dragon occupied my daughter, I am requesting that the dragon occupy me.
You wish to be bonded to the dragon.
Yes.
That's simple enough. Is that truly what you wish? You do understand you would not need the knowledge of the Merlins at that point.
Yes.
Very well. I hope you enjoy being the new vessel.
Should be interesting.
And there's no change of sensation. You just hear in your head, and now I am where I should be.
Well, I had a feeling that might be the gambit, but it's good to know I was right.
Now do your damn job.
Now let's get to work.
It says, have you understood what it desires yet?
Mark seems to know, and I would like your help in understanding Mark.
Approach Mark.
I'm gonna walk over to Mark.
Mark is still fiddling with the Excalibur.
I am walking away from Vera though, because now I realize that there's nothing really interacting with Vera that is going to be helpful right now.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the only thing you could do is do what you were thinking about for about a minute, and it's just because of the access to the power you have.
So if I had access to more power, I could amp that up.
Yes.
I'm so stressed. What are you trying to do to me? Stop it.
Okay, secondary question. Would that be this specific minute, or could it be stored for a later minute?
Can't be stored.
That's sad.
Yep.
Is there a pathway I can see that gets me more power?
Did Mark just become like a god killer? Is that
there are many
More stuff.
many pathways that could lead to you getting more power, all the way up to the point of godhood, immortality, anything you could want to convey. You could even, given time and your understanding of things, you could fix all of this. You could make the nothing understand why it wants to live.
When I realize that, I just want to turn and look at the nothing with my like starry eyes and just stare off at it, almost like wondering, can it understand me? Like, does it get a sense of anything that's coming from me at all?
You don't feel any connection to it. You don't know if the nothing reads minds, but you do know that the creature that was Brisket, you never heard of it saying it wanted to be Rose's child. But you did hear the nothing state that it had a preference.
Well, it did refer to Rose's mom.
Mm-hmm.
So then it has to understand intention behind these things too, then. Somehow.
Seems to.
So can it feel my intention right now, or only during the wish?
It doesn't seem to be regarding you.
Interesting.
What's the first domino in the series of events that leads to the nothing understanding?
Emery's is bound to the dragon. The dragon can absolutely hear your thoughts.
Oh.
And you hear in your head, yes, it's very chaotic in here. You should get a bigger brain.
I have a very big brain. Obviously, as you can see.
You have an amazing brain for a mortal.
The amount of stuff I'm processing and understanding is...
It does cost you much. But, beside that, have you comprehended what the nothing wants?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's in here too. I'm just going to kind of like look around at the void of craziness happening inside my mind. It was over there a minute ago, but I think the path changed. Should be that way now. No, it's shifting. Probability is a very complex thing. Things are constantly in motion. mostly it doesn't want to be alone. It's trying to interact with us. But there are paths where we can like get to a place where it understands it doesn't have to be, but they're moving very quickly, and I see them, but the windows close very often.
There is
one moment, I'm gonna like stop the dragon, and I'm just gonna turn to Pandora and like put my finger on Pandora's nose and be like, boop, and then like turn back to the dragon.
What is that for?
It was very necessary to stop 3 very, very, very bad paths that could have been open, but that should have
Does
shut
he
me
say any of that?
No, he can't. He can't
No.
speak. Pandora just got
Boop come
booped on the
out
nose. Huh?
What does boop come out as?
Oh my god! If he says some other
It's-
prophetic shit,
No,
I'll lose
he,
it.
he goes and puts his finger on your nose, and instead of saying boop, he says mechanical override of possible futures.
What the fuck does that mean?
One of them was you would have gotten cold. But anyway. But Mark, it says, and you haven't understood everything then yet.
No, but
It's odd.
look. I'm going through
Oh,
a
wait,
lot.
shit!
But-
when it says that, there was one thing holding you back. And that was everything is being channeled through Mark's sense of self. That means Mark's pride and vanity get in his own way sometimes. Because what he's thinking is not the answer. But the answer is right there. Someone could use a boon just to ask the nothing to understand why it wants to live.
Oh. Hey, dragon.
Yes, Mark.
We got like 3 boons left.
Yes, Mark.
I need somebody to juice me up with some more power, and then I'll know exactly what the answer is. So, can I get one of those like magey souls too, so that I can do some magic, or how does this stuff work?
You would have to sacrifice the cat.
Oh, that's not good. What are some other options that get me close without sacrificing the cat?
There are none. Your soul is already awakened. Your path is one with Gaia. Therefore, you must no longer be on the path in order to go through the awakening of a mage.
Well, but I'm on that path of the whole dreaming thing too. Like, we can't walk multiple tightropes.
The dreaming is very connected to Gaia. The mages are similar to vampires in one way. When they awaken, they transcend humanity.
I want to understand the dragon's intention. Is he hiding something from me? Is there a path he doesn't want to tell me about? I'm going to go down all those old channels. This guy understands magic better than anybody else.
He is not keeping something from you, but you do understand that although the dragon is an aspect of magic made manifest, that even he does not fully understand what the limits of magic are.
Seems legit.
And he is only working on the constraints of the mages who utilize his magic, and the fae who utilize his magic, and the werewolves who utilize his magic. It's all been limited to their experiences so far. So, Pandora, you have been booped
man.
on the nose.
Yeah, then Mark said that weird fucking manual override of possible futures.
And then he just went back to like,
Just kind of staring at Emery's. I feel like they're just staring at each other.
Can
Like they're
Emrys
just
hear the
exchanging data.
dialogue between
What?
Can Emrys hear what's going on between Mark and Kildara?
nope, it's happening in Mark's head.
I had a feeling. Cool.
I'm sorry, man. I'd share it with you. But it's all going to come out as gibberish if I say it.
It's fair.
And in your head, Emery's, you hear the dragon say, Mark has it.
Ah,
It took him a moment,
That-
but he got it.
that's good.
Oh,
So what do we do with it?
He has to be able to make you all understand what it is.
Can you help him with that?
No.
Is there something
Because-
that I can do to help him with that?
I think that it's something that he and Pandora may be able to have happen.
And then Emerson is going to turn and look to Pandora. Dora,
Mhm. Is he gonna boot me again?
I don't know if he's going to boop you again, but you're always important. I need you to know that. But you have become increasingly important to the salvation of this reality. I'm going to extend my hand. It's okay. You trust me, don't you?
Yes. He's gonna take his hand in her giant fucking murder paw.
Murder paw.
Like,
I'm going to give it like a reassuring like squeeze, and I'm going to pull you towards Mark.
okay.
The two of you, I think, will be able to figure this out. And I'm going to, with my other hand, join Mark and Pandora's hands.
Gotcha.
Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Now I am curious about something.
What is that?
I want to shift. Well, not shift. I'm going to do my cat claw gift where I can like get claws on my fingers,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to go down to the ground, and I'm going to see if this works. Don't know if I can do it or not. I want to carve the were rune for were cat or Simba.
Okay.
Do I actually carve the rune,
Yes.
or is it just like gibberish?
It's a rune.
Okay, and then I'm going to put a plus sign,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to carve the rune for like mage,
Okay.
and then put equals, and then I'm gonna draw like a person that's standing there like this with like huge muscles and a big smile, and then point at myself.
So Pandora, you know the runes that he's carved in. It's one of the few things that you were given
Yeah.
is the pictograms of your people. So you know the runes he carved in. The whole drawing of I need to get a performance check or something from the drawing. I just want to know if it's just like a stick figure with bulk, or if it's
Is it like a stick figure with like a half moon,
half
on each
moons on the
arm for,
arms like this.
Okay,
Is there an artistic
Performance.
expression?
performance plus.
Well, it would be probably something wits, maybe.
Okay, not the best die pool for me, but okay. What's the difficulty?
Oh, the difficulty. I mean, you're doing something quick and easy, so I'm going to say it's a 6. You're not
3
trying.
successes.
Nice. So yeah, no, you get the general gist. Now, how does Pandora interpret it?
She sees the rune, and like she sees the runes and is like, okay, like he's actually, and then she sees the last one and just starts like kind of nervously laughing. Like she's gonna point at that last drawing and point at him and be like, "Is this you?"
You know what, Ray? To make it clear that it's me.
Oh my god!
To make it clear that it's me, I'm just gonna go ahead and make the legs a little bit longer, but draw them like this out of where they were, and then draw the leather chair behind it.
Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. You just put kitty ears on your head.
Right, he could have, but no.
No, it's got to be the fucking chair.
If he does draw the chair, she's gonna be like, okay, so it's obviously me, Emery's. I think he wants us to do something.
As I've been made aware, I think it's going to be all of us, but you two in particular.
Is the dragon still trying to talk to me?
He's in your head going like, why are you drawing a chair?
Well, you're like supposed to be the second most omnipotent thing in the room right
I'm
now.
not omnipotent at all.
Oh, well, you're supposed to understand magic better than me, like.
I do.
But yet you can't find a solution to juice me up with power so I can make things happen.
You're not a mage.
But there's got to be a way.
Do you know of any way in your kind to transform someone? And I've already told you the way. Use a boon.
Okay. So communicate that to them. I can't talk to them.
Why don't you just write the Guru symbol for favor?
Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw the symbol for Black Fury.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna draw like something that would be like request, favor, comma, me sitting in the leather chair, takes, gains, something like that. And then do the symbol for mage and a symbol for power.
Emery's in your head. You say he's having a very hard time making this understood.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
His mind can be.
It's all right. Vera,
Where
are you doing right now while Mark is drawing on the floor and
Wait. Probably looking over Pandora's shoulder, also just as lost.
you want?
Ray, can I write other stuff too? Like, I'm gonna try to write. I'm gonna write the first line from the Book of Nod in Enochian and see if that works. Can I do that?
Works fine.
Okay.
You want me to
read in Enochian?
Okay. So now in Enochian, I'm gonna write Pandora needs to ask for a boon that would grant me the power of a mage. So I now have the understanding and ability to make the things happen that need to happen. Or if they can't give me power of a mage, the ability to control and manipulate probability and pathways. Then I can drive us down the right path to where we need to be to make the sequences I see happening happen. I could control the flow of things.
God.
Okay.
How long does that take to carve into the fucking floor?
Quite a while.
Here for a while.
P.S. I no longer need you to teach me Enochian. I now understand it without you. You're the best teacher. Ha 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 ha.
The fact that he's taking the time.
The fact
The dragon says
time to roast me.
That's absolutely not what I told him.
Okay.
He's gone in a completely different fucking direction.
It seems like Mark is trying to gain himself more power through this. And that won't even work.
You want me
Then what is
to make you a mage?
He's the one who gave himself the ability to understand.
Kilgara, what did you tell him?
Huh? What did I tell him?
Yes.
I didn't tell him anything.
He has
the ability to comprehend everything. He is just attempting to use this to gain himself more power.
You have an understanding of what.
Kilgara seems amused. I don't know if he just wants to be the hero or what, but he is kind of giving you the right direction, though. But, you could take the last part after the first few words and just wipe it out.
So he needs to. So Pandora needs to use her boon to ask for.
I don't think it has to be Pandora.
So whoever has a boon left needs to ask for what? The ability to understand what? Oh. You
Also, I don't
want
care.
them to
Pandora's
act.
straight up gonna say to Mark, I don't care what kind of like god you are, or if you like made brisket Jesus or anything, that's still not your chair. I'm not budging on that shit.
Are we really fighting
So,
over a chair?
so
at the
Pandora
end of
and Mark at the end of the world have fallen to fighting over the chair
No,
again.
because he gets to become God, right? He gets to become God. He makes Rose the Virgin Mary and brisket into Jesus, and he still won't let me have my fucking chair.
Wait, I'm gonna write the word "the" in English. Can I write in English?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You never tried to write in English.
Cool. So now I'm gonna just scratch into the ground. I'll trade you the chair for the request that I made, so that I have the power to like actually see these things through. It can be your chair now.
Emery, what were you doing?
I'm
drives
going
the
to
hard
turn to Pandora, put a hand on her shoulder. You have a boon left. You can request of your boon to understand the nothing's true intention.
But doesn't Mark have that?
No. He has the ability to understand every intention of every being.
I'm gonna like wave at Pandora and point back at the thing that says that I'll trade her the chair for what I want.
But if we can get down to what the nothing truly wants, we may be able to stop this.
I'm just gonna wave at Pandora again and point again at like the
Oh my
train.
God. Give me a second. Give me a second.
I will then put another hand on Pandora's shoulder. I will make you a chair.
I'm gonna get up and I'm just gonna like shake Pandora, and then point down at the thing again, and then I'm gonna scratch in there. You know, I'll never let you have the chair if I can't have my wish.
Finn's like, what are they doing over there?
They're arguing over the fucking chair again.
Oh my god.
Okay, and Pandora hears Rose say that, and it's like, okay, I just think it's unfair that he gets to become God, and he still won't let me have this one thing. I think that's fucked up.
So Vera,
I'm offering to
this
let you have the
conversation
chair.
is happening.
Vera's exhausted.
Yeah, she's so
She's sick
done
of
at this
us.
point.
She's
God
sick of
damn,
us.
I don't
Rose
understand.
is
how-
done
Ray?
too. She's like, I just want to leave.
She hates it here. Like accurately. Like she's like, I hate it. I just hate all of this. This is stupid.
I know I don't have normal eyes right now, but this might actually help because they're sort of like a milky blackness.
Oh my
I'm gonna just kind of like get up, tilt my head, open my eyes as
You're gonna
large
do
as
the
I can,
fucking,
and
like,
stare
Puss in
at
Boots
Pandora
eyes.
wantingly, and like do that really pathetic cat thing where it's like, but please.
He's doing the Puss in Boots thing.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
He's trying to do the Puss in Boots thing with light eyes. All right, let's do this. Let's take our little break.
Let's take our fucking break.
Let's get some separation
We're
from the scene
arguing
for a
at
moment.
the end of the world.
Arguing over a
over
chair
a
at the end
chair.
of the world is probably a good sign that we need to step away for a moment.
Okay,
So-
but you gotta admit, it's sick that we've managed to tie it all the way back 40
Back to the
sessions.
Talk
ago.
about a fucking
Yeah.
clapback, man. Holy
That's
shit.
right.
That is going back a long way. We're also going to go ahead and start the raffle ticket giveaway. So everyone, please, we're going to do this right now. Follow the instructions in chat for the next 20 minutes. You type the word !mommy in chat. You will get your raffle tickets, and your raffle tickets can get you the chance to win the mini of the month, which this month is Lilith, the first daughter. And this is a beautiful mini, 4K quality. That base on the mini is around 100 millimeters wide, which means it's a little over 6 inches. And that means that Lilith herself stands close to 10 inches tall at the tip of her wings, and her wingspan is almost a foot. So this is not a small mini. It's also incredibly delicate, so if you're going to use it for a play mini at a table, be very careful. You drop her once, and that's going to be just about it. Those wings will snap off. That staff will snap off. Those bats flying out of her wings will snap off. It'll all snap off. So be careful. So go ahead and play exclamation mommy into chat, and we are going to take a 15-minute break. We will be back, and we will see you then. ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for letting us take that break. We really, really appreciate it, and we are back. I guess we just jump right back into where we were. Who's going to start choking Mark first?
Just right away.
Can Mark start?
He's gonna choke himself. All right, so Vera, are you doing anything with your sire and?
They're safely out of the way at the moment.
Okay.
Me and Pandora move them safely away. I'll deal with if they're alive or not later.
Yes, very humanely dragged Ezekiel across the floor.
I carried Kinsley. It's fine.
Yes. Oh yeah, no, she's fine. He is not. Go ahead, baby.
Pandora's like, she's fine. I really would prefer she was dead, but she's fine.
No, because like they're exes by like 100 years. You know, like
If you don't feel any competition at all.
not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Like she was, because like the thing with lesbians, like yes, the first love is always they're always gonna have like a shrine in their house somewhere to like that first love. It's just a thing. But like at least she thought she was dead for like 100 years, or like she kind of moved on. So like it's not an active like, oh, she's gonna move back in with her ex. Like it's not that kind of situation.
What are you talking about? I've already planned the U-Haul. What?
She ordered the U-Haul and then the nothing ate it, so we gotta fix that.
All right, so
I mean,
Pandora,
I
the last moment was Mark shaking you and doing the
freaking Puss in Boots, like
Puss in Boots sides at you.
Yeah.
Mark has very good perceptive and persuasive skills. I mean, do I need to make a charisma or manipulation check?
Oh my god.
It's not magic. Mark is already adorable.
Yeah.
If they're not falling for it, they're not falling for it.
Is that actually going to help? She's asking Mark.
He's shaking his head yes. Like he's pointing back down to the original thing. And then he's gonna do this. And then point back at it again, and then like give you the eyes look again,
God.
Pandora. No, Pandora. No.
I mean,
and then Mark's gonna like gently put his hands up.
Oh
Pandora's
my god!
face,
Oh my god!
And then just like make sure the hands clasp right about here, so that he can kind of cover her ears just enough, so that Emrys can't keep saying things that are not helpful. And then just look so desperately sad.
Oh my god! Like.
And
Ray
still has a hand on Pandora.
and there's one tear that's forming on the edge that's about to like
Oh
start to fall
God.
down the edge of
so
Mark's
dramatic.
face. But Mark's not going to let the tear fall yet. I need it to gently roll and hover there long enough that there's anticipation for when it finally will fall and start rolling down the cheek.
Make me a performance check. God damn it.
Oh my god! This is some Oscar shit. Like,
While that's happening, Emma still has a hand on Pandora's shoulder.
Okay.
And in his mind to Kilgara, can you talk to her?
To Pandora?
Yes.
Oh, Ray?
Yes.
I rolled 3 successes, but here's the kicker. 2 of them are 10s.
How many dots do you have in that? Do you have a specialization?
I do in the attribute, not the skill performance.
What's the attribute specialization?
It's well, if you're wanting me to roll charisma, the specialization is trustworthy. If it's manipulation, it's subtle.
God. Trustworthy,
this isn't
really?
subtle at all. This
really?
isn't subtle
Trustworthy?
at all.
You are a rat bastard. Trustworthy?
Seriously.
Fucking trustworthy? Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure I picked this a long time ago. Like a very long time ago.
Oh my God, you're horrible. You're horrible.
But I'm the most trustworthy, horrible person ever.
Oh my God.
But you know what? Mark is pretty honest about most things.
He is.
Except
He's
for
like,
right now.
He's like too like uninhibited and confident to bother with lying. Because he's like, obviously I'm right. And
Obviously.
everyone would agree with me.
Everyone must agree with Mark because Mark is right. That's all there is to it.
Oh,
All right,
this
here.
is so
Ray,
excessive.
With 5 successes, I just want to say when that tear is about to fall and roll off, right?
Mhm.
Right before that happens, a tear just streams right down here and off the other eye, and then that one falls and rolls.
Wow.
There is no God.
And the lip quivers.
Mark is the drama. Like,
He has
100%.
always been the drama.
100%. Hard agree.
Oh boy. All right. So what? Pandora.
Mark's not being manipulative. He's
Pandora.
being
Shut
reasonable.
up! Shut up! Pandora's gonna try to like take his hands off of like the side of her head, and just kind of hold them and be like, "Is this actually what's best for everyone, or are you somehow not happy with literally becoming a god?"
I'm gonna like put my hand over my heart and then extend out towards everyone.
Because like it's hard for him to do the puppy eyes thing when she can see that he's got fucking galaxies in his eyes and shit. Like, you know, like he's not like a normal person anymore. He's already gotten like a fucking godhood ascension. So she's like, are you fucking serious right now? Like, you want another thing? She's
Mark's
gonna
like
look.
an only child. Mark.
Only
Mark's
child
like
syndrome in a
big
fucking
default.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pandora's gonna kind of look to Emery's because he also like already got his boon and be like, should I give it to him?
No, Pandora.
When Emra says no,
Oh my
Mark's just
God.
gonna like slump down in defeat,
Hey,
cross-legged on the ground, and just stare like sadly at the runes that he's carved
Poor
in and
Lord.
explain everything. And then just like with his finger rub the chair rune.
You poor picked on boy. Like,
He's the poorest
Right.
little meow meow who's ever existed.
Okay, if this is not classic cat behavior, I don't know what
Oh
is.
no, this
Oh,
is
no,
one
it-
No,
thousand
you
percent.
actually what you have to do is you have to fall over onto your side and just like be completely despondent and heave one big sigh, but not be able to stop your tail from continually twitching in irritation.
of course.
Or actually,
So-
more than Twitch, thump.
hmm
So what are you guys going to do? Emery's, you use your boon.
Mm-hmm.
Vera has a boon. Pandora
And you
has
did
a
ask the
boon.
dragon if it could talk to Pandora.
Yes.
Yes.
And explain to Pandora what
Oh my
Emily was
god.
trying to explain to Pandora.
Finn looks over at everyone. He's like, "Is it safe to assume that you guys have this? Are you guys in control of the situation?"
I kind of lean over and I think we're at the beginnings of having control over the situation.
When-
I think
So it's a
When they
strong
say
maybe.
that,
strong
Mark-
maybe.
Mark is gonna look sadly and then shake his head no and like point at them at the ruins like no, like they have no control over the situation.
I'm going to pull Pandora away.
Tuck
and
comes
pull
walking
her
over
towards
and he
Vera.
squats down beside Mark and he says, "So, what will you give me for a boon?"
Tuck no.
Oh,
and
that's true. I'm not.
he's
the only one
he's
who
like
knows
leaning
that.
over Tuck and he's patting him on the back, patting Mark. Sorry, Tuck's leaning over Mark and he's like his head right beside his, he's patting him on the back like he's consoling him. I think Jonathan is typing.
Oh my god.
I will bring Pandora to where Vera and Rose are, So here's the situation. For those of you who still have boons, either of you can do this. We need to be able to understand exactly what it is that the nothing truly wants.
Isn't that not to hurt anymore? I thought it had described that. Or is there something else?
It seems to be Mark has come into the understanding that there's something underneath that.
Mm.
And so Kilgara believes that if we were to...
Oh, that's what the dragon's name is?
Well, one of the names it's known as in stories. I've just attached the name to him in this instance because it's easier than just saying dragon.
So can the dragon not do anything else? Because that wasn't the whole point that the dragon wanted to fight to nothing. Like, was this always the plan?
That's a good question. And I will internally to Kilgara, was this always the plan?
No.
Wait, is this an intervention between a parent and their child right now?
Kind of feels like it, right?
Does feel that way.
This was never meant to be a battle.
Okay. It was never meant to be a battle.
If you all engaged it in battle, you would be probably defeated.
Well, I didn't mean
If
a
we
battle.
if we engaged it in battle, we would be defeated.
Well, I didn't mean like a battle, but like the whole point was that the dragon kept saying that that he needed to be able to fight the nothing.
No, I said I needed to be there at the final confrontation.
He said he needed to be there at the final
confrontation
confrontation.
Fantastic. Okay, well, right. So what? We just have to ask that what it actually wants.
Or ask it for the understanding of what it's, the ability to understand what it actually wants. I don't know that it fully grasps what it wants.
I don't think it fully knows. From what I experienced, it is overstimulated by everything and anything.
And
when
I
you
think-
feel nothing and then feel everything at once nonstop, it's a lot to handle.
So the ability to cut through all of the stimulation to get at the heart of what the nothing wants.
In your head, Gogara says, the nothing cannot exist. This was a creature built to encompass everything that would be had the nothing been a sentient creature when it was created. It is an embodiment of the effects that being created had on it. But it is also experienced everything that it's overwhelmed by.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just letting the dragon talk through me at this point.
Yeah. So
it has experienced joy and love and fear and pain and pleasure. Every aspect of what you feel every single day.
I swear, if one of us does this and it's just like, oh, I want a family, I'm gonna be pissed. That was somewhat Ivy, mostly Vera.
I was gonna
That was
say-
somewhat I mostly Vera.
Yeah.
If this wants to be adopted, I'm gonna scream.
I swear to God, I would lose my shit. I'd be like, that's it, kill it. Like, I don't care what you have to do, just kill it.
You know what? Actually, we're whooping its ass.
It's like, you know what? I don't care. It's dead now. You're dead to me.
This was all a giant mindfuck so I could use the Dominic Toretto line from Too Fast, Too Furious.
Oh my god. Oh
I don't.
my God.
I haven't seen that movie.
No, I know what he's talking about. I know what he's fucking talking about.
We're not using that line. I don't got friends. I've got family.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I got you, Sphinx.
Thank you.
God.
So I had no idea what's
I knew
the
as soon as you
line?
heard it, you'd be like, ah, I see.
mean, whatever I mean, whatever is going on, it's prolonging the time that is so-called left. Because it can wipe us out of existence at any point in time if it so chose.
It
It's
seems to be doing
procrastinating.
so purposely.
So if it just says it's lonely, I'm also just gonna say kill it.
That's what I felt.
If it's just going to be lonely this entire time, but yet still trying to wipe out or threatening to wipe out everyone, I'm just gonna. Then it doesn't deserve to be here.
What if there's something else? What if there's fear underneath that?
Fear of dying. That's a common one.
And if the nothing succeeds in their plan, that would mean that it would become nothing as well and also die.
Even though it argued that dying and becoming nothing are not the same thing, they are. Pretty much.
It's essentially the same thing.
Exactly.
I don't think this entity is necessarily smart, in all honesty. Its intelligence does not seem high.
Or it's at the very least conflicted.
Maybe that's a better word for it. Beer seems so done with this.
It's just bullying it now.
Yeah,
Right.
you know what?
I think Beer has
You're-
lost her mind.
I feel like after we're done, we all need a nap. We all need a nap. We all need a nap.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm quite the correct person to understand empathy for it. Like, I'll do it if Pandora you would prefer not to, but like
I think I can.
I feel like my level of empathy will not penetrate this entity at all. I feel like I'll just bully it more and all.
You'll just bully it
Well,
out of
it is how we-
existence.
It is how we became friends, Vera.
That's true.
Wait, she bullied you?
Oh yeah,
He bullied you?
oh yeah. Well, at least he stuck around. But the thing is, I was impressed that he could handle the bullying and keep it right back, and so now we're friends.
Yeah.
You, Meiji boy, get over here. Lick my boot.
You fang face, whatever.
That's exactly how the relationship started. If you don't want to do this, Pandora, I will do it.
No. I mean, I asked it before if it could pass on some of how it was feeling, lessen the burden somehow.
Well,
I feel like this is similar. Let's try.
I
I'm gonna
will be on
squeeze it.
standby.
Squeeze Pandora's shoulder. I believe in you.
Yep.
You have this.
I'll be on standby with my boot in case I need to pull you out.
Just ready to bully it. Just-
This moment.
Also, yes.
I was just gonna look at High King David. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, King David is like, we're not dead yet.
We've aged him 10,000
Hey,
years.
you know what?
since
Guess
we
what?
started.
You're gonna have to be nice to me no matter what, because it's good times.
I
Does
am with
everyone have a
child.
higher status now?
Yeah, it's rude to be rude to a pregnant woman.
I don't know. We've never had.
Especially
well,
if she's pregnant with fairy Jesus.
we've never had an immaculate conception at court, so
Good luck explaining that one,
She
Jesus.
should be able to invent her own title for that.
And I'm going to pick up Excalibur, and
Mhm.
as I sheathe it, it's like, and it's a pregnancy.
Oh no,
endorsed
is
by the
Mark gonna?
Merlin.
Oh my god.
Mark still has Excalibur. Mm-mm.
Oh,
No,
I'm picking it up.
You've been interfering with him, and he's literally going to keep it away from you for now.
Damn
Oh my
it.
God.
are we now playing a running game of keep away?
He's going to point at the runes and keep walking away from you.
I'm going to use forces to pull Excalibur to me.
Okay.
Mark, stop being a child.
Oh, that is not a good play. You were going to make Mark mad now.
We're gonna make Martin now.
Mark, stop being a literal
You
child.
literally became God, and that's still not enough.
It's not good enough for him.
You just
No.
made a cat into a god. You didn't.
He became a dysfunctional version of Scarlett Johansson in that
Lucy?
movie where she's like edging
Dysfunctional?
towards being a superhero.
It's Lucy, right?
Lucy,
Lucy,
yes.
Yes, I love that movie as a
He's a
kid.
dysfunctional version of that. He's not
Wow,
quite a god.
horrible.
I was gonna say
Well,
I don't think
but
she.
nobody
I don't even
wants
think
to.
she was a functional version of that. Lucy was fucked up.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
was completely fucked up. She was just
All right.
blank by the end of it.
I want to hear what Emery's got.
Oh my god.
I've got 3 successes.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
He's using magic on me. I get to roll my counter magic dice.
You do.
You both are ridiculous.
But aren't I also
You
like
have one
connected to the
success.
sword?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mark is just being a toddler.
So I take the sword.
So I think-
You just summon the sword back?
I do.
It disappears in the sheath on your hip.
Oh.
Don't
Okay.
be a toddler.
So
You know,
not your-
what'd you
it's
roll?
not your
What
toy.
did you roll in your counter magic, Mark?
I got rid of 2 successes.
Okay, so you didn't
Down
have
to
enough.
1.
Yeah, down to 1. So the sword tries to pull out of your hand. You go to grip it even tighter, and then it just disappears, and it just reappears in the sheath.
You see Mark stare off in the distance for a minute. I'm looking to different
And
probability
you
tests.
know for the fact that he is the current wielder of Excalibur, and without him actually bequeathing it to you, as in picking you as the next wielder of Excalibur, you cannot keep it from him. It's one of the powers he has over the sword. Until he finds someone worthy of the sword, it is his. He technically shouldn't wield it as a weapon, because that's not what it's for him. But it is the symbol of the Arthurian crown, and when he finds the next incarnation of Arthur, he is to give it to him. It is no one else's but Arthur's.
I'm gonna sadly look at King David like, that's not you either, buddy.
Mark
King
is
David's
a
like,
toddler.
why
who
is he looking at
pockets-
me with
I have
sad-looking,
no
crazy
idea.
galaxy eyes?
I don't
I
know.
have
But I-
no idea.
But I am gonna look back at them. I'm gonna shrug, look over at Pandora, and then just kind of loudly huff. And then I'm gonna turn and start walking back towards the exit.
There was no exit.
There was no exit. It was
There's no exit.
You just appeared in the room out of shadow.
Yeah. There's
Ugh.
no. Are you just gonna start walking into the void?
You know
There's
what?
no
You
void.
said there was a big central pit, right?
It's full of
Oh my God.
seething blackness.
I'm gonna start walking around that pit in a circle, but
There's
the
that island in the
balancing
middle of
beam
it.
act.
You're a toddler. Who
You know how a
got his
kid walks on
toy
the edge of the sidewalk? I'm literally walking the edge of that pit with the seething blackness, but I'm not even gonna bother to use my hands for balance right now. I'm just gonna walk it in circles.
I just am gonna look at Emery's. He's a toddler, and you took his toy. It's not
How
even his
dare you.
toy.
Some children just need to learn.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it wasn't even his toy.
Also, my art kit's still at the bottom of the pit.
Oh my God.
So kind of Finn's kind of sitting there. It's like, are you sure it's at the bottom of the pit?
It's
Is-
out on the island in the middle of the pit.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but
Well,
it's-
first off,
On the
Maybe
top
we-
of the tower, in the island in the middle of the pit.
okay.
It-
First
yeah,
off, maybe we
there's-
do the whole Pandora.
That's where my
trying to
armor is.
understand the
Yes.
void, and then I'll be on standby with my boon in case we need to reverse anything.
All right, Pandora.
Or just fucking explodes. All right.
I swear to God, Mira is messed up enough. Let's
No,
not
it's now
explode.
it's her turn to be like, oh shit.
God damn it.
Pandora's gonna go over and kind of sit down in front of the figure.
Uh huh.
Um,
It actually crouches down to be more on eye level with you.
Oh,
I know you said that you can't give how you're feeling. Well, sort of. Rose evaporated, but um.
And I gave her nothing. I just let her understand it.
Right. Is there a reason you're kind of procrastinating with this?
I feel very bad for all of you.
Well, that's nice.
You're expressing real regret. And I know what that... I know what everything feels like.
Do you know what it would feel like to just blink out of existence?
Yes. And you hear the tone of a smile in its voice. Do you want to know? I mean, there's no way to really describe it.
No, I'm wondering if it's really the thing that you want so much, then like Emery said, why put it off and make new things and, keep going if you hate it so much. If you hate being like this so much.
You are all very upset, and
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to trying to I'm trying to help you not be as upset. And I know that nothing I can really do will do that, but I feel a need to. And I really want you to understand that it doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel horrible. It doesn't feel at all. But I can't make you understand that. And I understand you are meant to survive. It is the focus of life. I understand that.
Is there something under it? Further down? Is there something that you're scared of? Or would this just be just relief?
I don't really understand what you mean. I mean, I know that it would be relief. I'm trying to get an understanding of what you're asking.
Honestly, I wasn't sure what I'm not even sure what I want to ask for still, because all the stuff that I wanted already happened, and then everyone else started pulling out all this like God mode shit, and I didn't think that was an option. So I guess it's kind of a matter of, you know, you get 3 wishes from a genie, and the third one's like, well, what do you want? Because I think I have the things that I want. I just don't want them to get taken away so soon. I mean, one of the things is still in progress. That would suck. Again, can't get over an almost. But I
What would you ask for?
well, that's just the thing. I didn't really have something that could be a wish that could just be, just granted like that. It's not really how things with other people work. It's not really fair.
Why isn't it fair?
Well, because when it comes to, and this is the shitty part, but it's also the good part with other people is they have to have a choice about, what happens to them and, who they want to spend their time with. And it can suck because, you can end up having nobody want to spend time with you or be around you. But, sometimes you get lucky and then people do make that choice and they do choose to be around you. But if it's something forced, then it doesn't really mean anything. And it's mean to take the choice from somebody. even if it is what you want. It's not genuine that way.
Well, I understand what you're saying, and I know that it's real. What you're saying is real. But everything you're talking about just leads back to the conclusion that since everything is this complicated, then, and you can't tell me that it can't be, or there's any way to change it, then wouldn't it be better to uncomplicate everything?
I thought that was an option. I thought that was something that you could actually do. I mean, I was doing my best to try and uncomplicate my life as much as possible. Things didn't work out with my family. Things didn't work out with the pack that took me in after my family. And I figured it would just be easier to just be on my own, than not have to deal with the possibility of that happening again and again, because everybody having their own kind of choice and their own reasons for those choices means you can't ever really predict everything. You can't please everybody. You can't stop people from leaving or wanting you to leave. And I was doing my best for a while, living on my own, trying to work with people minimally, and still things just kind of happen outside of your control. There are things that we need that are complicated as fuck, and they just can't really go anywhere. I just wanted to not talk to anyone and just read books, and now I'm here with them, and it's complicated. It is, but it's what the fuck are you doing in the chat, sir? What kind of bullshit? I'm gonna have a stroke. I guess it's a matter of measuring how much it's worth. Is the benefit you get worth the complications? And sometimes it feels like it won't be, and that's what I thought. Honestly, even if the world wasn't ending, if things didn't work out with this group of people, dude, I'm walking off the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, I'm done. Or so I thought. But no, yeah, she's just having a conversation with it. She's not doing like the exchange yet.
By the way, hydrate and Sweet Tea Special, and thank you for the raid, Tannis Jr. We're debating philosophy.
Philosophizing.
We're debating philosophies.
With big autism.
Big autism.
Yeah, no, this is just a conversation. This isn't the boon yet. He's just like, hey buddy, how you doing? I know it's bad, but
I know it's bad, and I know we don't want to really think about this anymore, but can we talk about it some more?
Well, yeah, because especially the thing about not wanting to complicate things, not wanting to be a pain anymore. She was like, honestly, I was like, what? Once things fell out with her pack, she was like, I'm never bonding with anyone ever again. And then this happened. And so she's like, fuck. Because you need each other. You need people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I gotta finish my...
Oh, I
Great.
can't drink anything weird. Oh wait, I have milk.
Can't drink anything weird.
Here.
Posture check. Okay. I was in a good posture space, so I'm staying there. It looks at you and it says, "This has been a very wonderful discussion, and I appreciate everything that you have expressed." And it stands up. "But if neither of the two of you have a request for a boon, you can pass."
Mark asked for the ability to understand everything about everyone all the time, right?
Fairly much.
And
Mark,
Rose wanted.
for the most part, Mark asked to understand causality.
Okay. Very broad. And
I didn't
then
want to use a
Rose-
French accent, so I just gave it to him.
Emrys busts up laughing.
Oh my
like,
God.
In spite of himself. Like, I get the reference.
And Rose wanted to understand everything about how you're feeling, like all the time, right?
Yes.
Can you just, because I feel like there's something missing here that we're all going around and not quite able to touch. Can I understand why you care, why you're putting this off? Why are you letting us have this discussion with you over and over again?
Yes. It is not much of a boon since one of you already knows this.
Yeah, but he just wants giant muscles now, so, and also he can't really talk. You know, and like I said, I wasn't really gonna, ask for much of anything. So if
True.
it helps, then
I suppose it's better than passing, isn't it?
yeah, I'll take it.
I grant you your boon. And you understand that even though the nothing wants to return back to being nothing, even though it wants to lose its existence, it has spent too much time as something. It has spent too much time understanding and knowing and feeling. And now it feels loss. And it understands that even if it goes to being nothing, there would still be feelings. There would be something it would feel before it. And then it knows what regret is. And it knows that it doesn't know if it can go back to being nothing. It doesn't know if it comprehends that anymore. It comprehends a way to be nothing. It's terrified that it's going to fail at all of this. And it knows that it's scared of being nothing. Ending. The only thing it doesn't know and doesn't realize and doesn't have any clear-cut definition of is that it has a choice. And that's just because it's a sentient thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's become an entity of its own. So it has a choice. It's still choosing to operate as if it has none.
Okay. Treating this like it's an inevitability instead of. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So can we like touch it? If it is it like tangible?
It apparently Rose touched it.
So she's gonna kind of like put her two hands out and be like, "Can you do this?" Like
Yeah.
this.
I can't see what you're doing. What are you doing?
It's like putting her hands out in front of her like this.
It puts its hands out, palms up.
You can see that, right?
And I can see?
Yes.
Yes.
And then like, kind of like put your hands together.
It puts its hands together. It's looking very confused.
Yeah.
It's got a quizzical look on what there is of its face.
Yeah. And you can feel that, right?
Yes.
And you can think enough to express to us how you're feeling. You're feeling things.
Yes.
So you can act on more of what you're feeling. You can. This is a decision now. You're basically a person now.
What does that have to do with any of this? I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to understand what your. What is this got to do with your boon?
My boon is to understand how you're feeling right now. Why you're putting this off. Why you're letting us talk to you and letting us talk in circles. And it's you well, yeah, you're actually you exist now. You've gained sentience. You have the ability to feel things of your own. And I mean, I can't understand the way Rose does or the way you do. But I know that when I feel like I'm processing too much and too much is going on, I couldn't figure out how I was feeling if I was held at gunpoint. It's really hard to cut through everything and be able to understand myself or even to articulate what might be going on underneath it. And from what you gave me for my boon is that you are feeling very similarly to how we're feeling, which is that you don't want things to end either. Not really.
I
Welcome to
suppose that
being
could be
human.
true.
What did you say, Emrys?
He said, "Welcome,
Welcome
to being human."
to being human.
Yeah.
And the nothing turns towards Emery's and he says, "What would that mean for me?"
It means you can feel. It means that you perceive ending. And you are as reticent to it as we all are, as we are always are. That's the beauty of life. It's going to end, whether we want it to or not. But living to our fullest as best as we can is how we make that end mean something, make it worth something. You have a choice before you now. You don't have to let this end. You don't have to end.
What would you say? What would I say? What would I be if the nothing continued as it were?
What do you want to be? What do you choose to be? That's for you to decide. We don't get to make that choice.
This is
Not for you. We can talk and convince you all we like, but at the end of the day, you are going to be whatever it is you want to be, because now you have the choice. You understand the choice.
I don't know. I keep on hearing this that I have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
How? I'm literally the embodiment of this concept of ending.
But you've spent so much time among everything, and you have become something. Even nothing can be something.
But it's not my purpose.
Purposes change. We are not always one thing forever. It's called growth. It's called evolution.
Adapting.
It's called life. Adaptation, as Rose said. Rose wasn't pregnant a moment ago, and now she is. Her purpose has changed. It's not that different. Unless you were pregnant a moment ago, and we're just no.
No.
This is
Nope.
new. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Than my previous statement. She was not pregnant a moment ago, and that's changed. So her purpose has changed.
If what you're telling me is true, if this is all real, if this is all what is happening here, is that I am supposed to be this thing, then why can't I choose it?
You
Because
can
making
choose it.
choices is hard. That's part of life.
I don't think you understand. I'm not alive.
Aren't you?
I'm thought. I'm thinking. I'm not alive. I think, therefore I am. Therefore I am.
But you are alive, though. You do have a physical form.
And it disappears. No, I don't.
Okay, now you're acting like a child.
Being opposite.
I just do not want to give you any illusions. I don't need a physical form. I was doing that for your comfort. I could also, and all the blackness just wells up and becomes horrible, crazed creatures that are prowling around on the surface, and then goes back to the still blackness. I could also make you uncomfortable, but that
And you're
serves no purpose.
And with this conversation right now, you're making choices.
I'm making choices based around a purpose. I want to give you something at least before everything goes.
But you also don't want to go yourself.
That is immaterial, isn't it?
No.
Why is what we want so important that you would do all of this, but what you want isn't important enough to make a choice about it?
You all have no choice in this.
Okay.
I'm just
All
trying
right.
to make you comfortable.
Oh my god, Vera.
All right. Vera's like, okay, I've had enough of the circles. I'm annoyed. I'm done with this conversation. That's partly Ivy and partly Vera because at this point it's just circles. I'm gonna use my boon.
And he stops and he looks at you. He's like, "You still have one."
Yeah, I know. I'm giving you the understanding of what we're talking about. That way you can grasp this concept. Enjoy your newfound knowledge.
I love Vera in this moment. I love it.
I grant you your boon.
Enjoy.
You're all standing inside the lobby of the hospital. The lights
Where
are
is-
on. People are laying all around you on the floor.
Oh shit.
I find my Tati immediately.
Idiot shadows.
She's actually in a circle around you. All the 10 are.
Okay.
Or the 9, I should say. Rose, your art kit is at your feet. Finn is in his armor.
Okay. A Big Mac sounds real good right now.
I'll get you one.
Big Mac, a bento bowl.
We're in New Orleans. What do they know?
Actually, we know Orly. Can we go get good gumbo or something?
Ooh.
Can make you good gumbo.
Ooh.
Let's go.
So you guys turn around and start walking towards the doors of the lobby.
I'm gonna check on my.
The sun is
Tati.
shining.
Yeah, can we?
Ah, shit.
Vera, you're
Does Vera just come out?
Vera, there are skylights over the lobby. You're standing in sunlight.
Yeah,
What?
I didn't think about it. That's fine. So is Dad and Kinsley. That's the whole thing.
No, they're not there.
Oh, they're not there at all?
Nope.
Oh. Okay.
Nah, they got rejected.
Is Vera smoking right now?
No.
Right, like is she?
V.
Do you
If
still
I'm
have fangs?
human, I'm gonna be pissed.
What?
Wait, do you still have fangs?
She said, if I'm human, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, that's why Pandora's asking, do you still have fangs?
She's gonna check and see if
Did
she
you
can.
pop?
She has fangs.
Oh.
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 Enjoy your day.
Hmm. This doesn't mean I like you.
Day singular?
I can only do so much now. I'm much more limited.
You're welcome.
Mark, are we done sulking in the corner over there?
You know, sometimes you need inhibitors.
Tell Mark if he wants more that I may have need of a priest.
Great.
I don't have a purpose, but I have substance. Maybe I represent the universe now.
Make it count.
I really just don't care as long as you don't come back for ours. Thank you.
Okay.
Also,
I'm gonna check on Tati and make sure that she's okay.
She's
and-
getting up. She doesn't even have any of the bruising that she should have from the manacles or anything like that. Shouldn't have any signs of wear or tear. She's like stands up. She's like, you've. I don't even want to talk about any of this.
That's fair.
Maybe. Who are all these? I know her. And
That's
I know
Rose.
her.
hi, Tati.
You're all here.
Yeah.
Vera's now walking away, like just a couple of feet. Just
She
to
looks
call
up at
her dad.
she looks up at the sun, and then she looks at Vera, and then she looks up at the sun, and she's like,
Non-story. Non-story.
She's
She's just gonna call her dad.
Should we warn Tati about Tuck?
Tuck's like, why you got to wonder about me? I haven't even
I don't know.
said a
You hit on
word.
everybody that moves.
I do hit on everybody that moves, but that's a wonderful thing. It's something you can always count on. It's a constant in the universe.
Oh my god.
By the
This is
way,
a compliment.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
by the way, you have some of the most subtle skin I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
And Tati says, I nearly died several times, I think. And she walks up to him, and she literally perfectly mimics his accent. And she links her arm through his and she says, tell me more about my skin. And she starts walking toward, they start walking to the door.
Man.
Oh my god.
Ears off to the side, like, what the
Is that happening?
yeah.
Penny's
No,
like,
in this moment, this
You remember
is where
those-
Rose just has a complete meltdown. She's just gonna
Penny's
slap
like,
on
remember
the floor
those
and
summers
just
when I
cry."
always wanted to go to Tati's for the summer? And you would go down there for a couple of days, and then you go home, and I'd stay there for a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Oh my god.
Tati likes to party.
This does not surprise me. This
You know,
does
she
not
doesn't live
surprise
in
me.
New Orleans for the weather because, hurricanes all the time. She does it for,
Right.
like,
Mardi Gras and decadence.
Bourbon Street and...
Yeah.
Rose is just
Yeah.
on the hospital floor. She's done.
I'm over there. I'm
Is
calling
there-
Ezekiel.
Is there,
So.
a desk anywhere, is
What?
there a desk anywhere nearby?
Yes, there's like a bench.
No. I'm asking for like a desk with like stationary stuff, like pens and stuff.
Oh, there's one of those really, because this is an older building, there's one of those really old-fashioned telephone alcoves with like a little
Oh.
chair in it and a desk, and it has like a sticky pad and a pen on a chain.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So you guys are, you call your Xavier, the phone rings once, and then he picks up, and he says, yeah.
Hi, Dad.
I'm very sorry.
Tell you what, we'll meet for dinner and talk about it.
I think I need more than talk.
What do you mean?
I think there is something broken.
Are you out in the sun too?
No,
Oh, okay.
I am home,
Okay.
but I do not think that thing used any mind control on me.
Do you think you're broken because you tried doing what your daughter asked?
No, I think I'm broken because I tried to unmake the world.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Yeah, we can talk about it over dinner.
Very well. I am going to rest.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll call you in a bit, okay?
Very well.
And she'll hang up and then immediately call Kinsley. She's basically just doing her rounds, making sure everyone ended up back where they were supposed to.
Yeah. Emrys is calling Val as well.
Good idea.
Yeah, Rose is gonna try to contact the one person that caused problems to make sure he's not dead for some reason. And now the murder hobo. Woo!
Now we kill Murder Hobo. Murder Hobo thinks that he's gotten off scot-free until
Nah.
knocking on his door.
Ah, B.
It's like, oh, you
We're still
forgot about
coming. You thought it was over.
It's like, oh,
Thought it
you
was
forgot, boy.
All right. It's about 10 minutes till. Does anyone have anything else they want to do before we wrap?
Just
I
make a
wrote the
phone call.
note.
You
Yeah,
wrote
we
a
wrote
note.
Note.
You wrote a note.
Yeah.
So
it
I-
says,
Go ahead.
it says, "Do you like me?" Because love feels like a very
Ah!
strong word right now. Love feels like a very strong
I
word right
love
now.
that. That is so middle
Love is
school, and
very
I love it.
Yes, it's very middle school, and then it's like two little boxes that say yes or no.
I will die.
Just bring this over to Vera and like kind of like
You're
if she has
literally
like a,
on the phone.
yeah, no, if she has like a pocket or anything, just kind of like put it in her pocket.
Yeah, she does. She has a little pocket on her dress.
Okay.
So is everyone going to head to McDonald's? Because
Weird thing.
Someone wants a Big Mac, so yeah.
Big Mac and making phone calls.
Yeah, Rose
Fins.
is pregnant, by the way, so now we have to give her absolutely everything she's craving, or the baby will have a birthmark in the shape of the food we didn't give her.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Finn just like looks at you like, what?
That is
Yeah.
my question.
No.
Can Mark speak normally now?
Mark, there's no
Mark?
more noise in your head.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, there,
Okay.
like what changed?
You can't see everything.
Vera put inhibitors. She really said, if nothing can't see everything, then nobody else can.
Then neither can you.
Granted, she didn't know that was going to affect Mark. But still.
Mark, you want to go get McDonald's?
Can you speak English? Or
Yes.
oh my god!
I love the fact that Mark is super fucking depressed. The world didn't end. Everything's fine. And Mark's like, fuck, I could have been unlimitedly powerful.
Do you?
Emrys will look at Mark, and then in Enochian will say, "You doing okay there?"
You understand Enochian.
Oh.
Ah, so you have remnants.
You know what? I'm just gonna respond with an English version of what?
Well, glad to have you back. I'll just clap him on the shoulder.
We lived. I love it when we do that.
Wait,
I
wait.
love him.
I'm gonna look in a mirror. Are my eyes normal again? They were talking about my eyes being beautiful. I never got to see them.
They weren't.
They're normal.
I don't know if beautiful is the word I would use. They were very swirly.
Disturbing?
I was
Disturbing.
Yeah.
I liked them.
Initially
You know
pretty.
what,
After a
Mark?
few minutes, really creepy. That's
Mark,
Finn, by the way.
Mart, I will paint a painting of what you looked like.
Ooh. Do you want help carrying your things? Like
Wait,
the art
wait.
It's small.
When
It's
you
small.
paint
It's
the-
actually not that big.
Yeah.
When you paint the painting, can you
Mhm.
paint it the moment that I made little baby brisket into super baby brisket?
Oh my god.
Yes,
mean
I
fairy
can paint it.
Jesus?
to
Finn's
where
like, we're
you-
not calling the baby brisket.
No, he's
Make
fairy
sure-
I'm
Jesus.
going to turn to Finn and I'm going to say, I don't think it's your choice anymore. Not after what I just ended up doing. The gift I gave came with strings, like all fake gifts do.
Yeah, but you're supposed to actually say those things before you give the gift. That's how you put the strings on it. You didn't say anything. You just kind of slapped it on her. And
Oh, no, I did. Your failure to understand doesn't void the deal.
Actually,
I
it
feel-
does. It's literally written into the way deals are written. Both sides
I
have to
need to make-
comprehend.
Hold on. In this moment, she'll just snap her fingers, and like the whole Little Mermaid thing where they have like the scrolls and the quill and everything. She's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I am a notary." Yeah, that's what that is what the art of contract is, being a notary.
A notary magica.
Did she
Starting
make the
there.
notaries for the deal?
It's like, we're not making it. Feels like we're not making a deal. He's like, and he
Okay,
literally just
that's
scoops
what
Rose up, and he's like,
it is.
no, we're going to McDonald's, and he starts
Well, then,
walking towards the entrance.
I'm going to just coyly turn away from Finn, glance at Rose, glance over at Finn again, put my hands behind my back, like clasped, and just start walking forward. Well, I guess I don't have to explain what happened to the baby then.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Put me
If you
down right now.
hurt
Put me
the
down right now. Shit out of this
No,
chair. Put me
you're
down.
trying to go. He's like holding you. You're trying to go over his shoulder.
All right, off we go. Come on to McDonald's. Let's
What a
go.
charmed
I wanna
life we
en-
lead.
I
And
want to
after
enjoy
this,
the
we're
sun
getting a
the one
bed
day
and
I can.
breakfast, and I'm fucking done with people for right now.
I'm going to turn to Sphinx, and clearly, so that Rose and Finn can hear me, I'm going to say, so Sphinx, I now know what it is to hold the power of life, death, and the ability to make anything into what you want. It's actually really intoxicating, especially when you get to form something into exactly what you want it to be. Then glance back over at Rose, look exactly at her baby bump, wink, and then like keep walking.
Come on, I'm enjoying the sun while I can. We're going.
Emrys will
You're
just
the
kind of
sleaze.
giggle and, oh boy, and walk alongside of her. We're never gonna
Rose
hear
is
the end of that. You
100%
know this, right?
screaming in
I
Gaelic
know.
at fucking.
Yep, I
at
knew it was gonna be a
fucking Mark.
Gaelic. Yep.
Okay.
You guys head outside. You see. Actually, you guys walked here mostly, didn't you?
We
Mm,
drove. Yeah,
We
we
stole a
walked like
car.
a block or something.
Oh yeah,
Oh
stole
my
a car.
god. We stole a car. Oh my
We
god.
stole a car.
Yep. We
It's
saw
fine. Everyone
her.
else is still asleep.
The
It's
world
fine.
was ending. Okay, so
fine.
like,
They're all still asleep. They won't know this.
Yeah.
No way. There are absolutely no McDonald's in this area.
Well, time for us to try.
Is there a Wendy's? Is there a
The nearest one is all the way up by the fucking highway.
Yeah, true.
Is
I'll
there
try.
a
I'm looking at the area.
Everyone in the car, I'll drive.
No, there's really not even any restaurants. There's an ice cream shop.
Ooh,
Ice cream
Hey,
shop
Rose,
and
you like
It's fine.
burritos?
it's fine. I'll drive.
a
We'll get there. We'll take our time.
There's
Okay.
a spot called Juan's Flying Burritos that I think you'll love.
burritos?
burritos.
They make the burritos this big.
Okay, let's
And
go.
I-
get the
I'm not
burrito. That sounds
bullshitting.
real good right now.
They are that big.
There is like a little topiary area to the right of the entrance, and it's got like big bushes during that. And Tati and Finn come out
Tuck?
of the bushes.
You mean tuck?
Tuck.
Tuck.
Not
Tati and
Finn,
Tuck.
Jesus.
Yeah, not Finn. Sorry, I get my
yo!
I confuse my face sometimes. But
Hey,
Tati
yo.
and Tuck come out of the bushes, and Tuck's got
Process
his
no
arm
one talks
around
about.
her shoulders, and she's like, "I love that place," and Tuck's got like a huge fucking hickey.
We're going.
All right.
We're going. We're going. We're going.
Tuck, we're gonna need to have a conversation later.
He's like, and Tuck looks, he goes, "A gentleman doesn't kiss and tell."
Yeah, Tati, I don't want
No.
to have a conversation about that.
No, it's called an
And she's
HR
like-
complaint. It is called an HR complaint, Tuck.
and Tati looks at you dead in the eye, Emery's, and goes, "I know you don't, sweetie." And then she looks over at Penny and she goes,
I'm loving Tati more and more.
Oh, wow. I was actually expecting things to get crazier than that, and you guys busted your ass talking through it.
Yeah.
I mean, it got really intense for a couple minutes there. I thought you guys were going to give up and someone was just going to lose it. Yeah, Vera was.
Vera.
Ivy
That
was.
was a close second.
Ivy, I think you hate those type of conversations more than anything in the world. I take it.
Oh no, I just hate this going in circles the entire
Mhm.
session. Like that's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I was trying to drop more and more and more stuff, but it was just like it was just that extra push that was needed, and no one could make that little connection. So it finally took the last man. We had 30 minutes left. So it's like there was that little bit of blunt force that needed to be done because it, after all, was made for a purpose. It
Yeah.
didn't really have free will. It wasn't stopped from feeling, but it didn't really have free will. It was almost like the last wish in the bottle for the genie type situation, like Pandora described.
Yep.
But you just needed to know what to wish for it. All right. Well, that is the end of the first season.
Wow.
39 episodes in.
41.
I mean, we could always
41.
do kind of quad wrap up next session.
If you guys want to, absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys
More
will be
of a lighthearted session, please.
I
yeah.
want to see Vera check her pocket.
Yep.
Yeah.
See that,
That-
fucking fifth grader's Valentine's note in it.
And you guys can also decide if you want to do time jumps, any time apart, anything like that. Emerald's it's still set in Seattle. You're free. I know Rose's primary freehold is in Seattle. The freehold that
San
you
Francisco
San Francisco is your.
is the freehold. Her apartment is not a freehold.
Oh, I thought her apartment was a freehold.
No,
I
it is
demand-
not.
Oh, so now you
Because
can.
she lost all her stuff.
I demand that we get a rose-fed wedding. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you've
Okay.
got.
Time
You need a-
skip.
Actual
roast-
wedding.
Yeah,
Mm.
actual wedding. It's got to be huge and
I'll
bombastic and
officiate.
awesome.
Vera can officiate. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a night service.
Yeah.
It'll be gorgeous with a lot of candles. It'll be
Oh,
fabulous.
that'll
It will
be
be
heavenly.
wonderful.
It'll be beautiful. It'll be beautiful.
I mean,
Emery's
I
will
feel-
walk
I
her
feel
down the aisle. Like,
I know.
100%.
I mean, we're in October. Rose could do a winter solstice wedding.
ooh,
That
Yeah.
would be so
I can see
cool.
that.
Even
A
more
Christmas
appropriate.
episode.
Christmas episode.
Yule.
Anyways.
Yeah, all the fun jazz.
Anyways,
The fair is
tune in
especially fun at Yule.
next week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys very much. I hope everyone is okay. I know it got kind of frustrating towards the end. I apologize for the frustration levels. I didn't want to drive you all insane. But we did get to the end, and I thank you guys so much. Emery's, or should I say, Sphinx, where can folks find you?
You can find me on TikTok, Circle DM, everywhere else on the internet as Sphinx Akasha. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you can find me here with Dinner in the Game, of course, playing Emerald Sanctums on Tuesdays, Kingdom of Mist, which is our homebrew D&D 5e on Wednesdays, which I also play with Milagros. On every other Friday, you can find me on the Alex Bomb channel playing Initiatives and Intrigues. This week happens to be an Initiatives and Intrigue week, but on the week we're not doing that, you will find me on the ADH Adventures channel running my campaign, Agents of the Circle. We just started our 5th season last week. It was great. They're on their way to Anthem to partake in the Battle of the Bards, or so they think.
Dun dun dun.
I was so ready for you to say another high snapping.
No.
No, we're not doing that again. No. One per campaign, please.
One per campaign.
On Saturdays, you can find me alternating on AH Adventures between Heroes Arc and Unlicensed Magic War Crimes on alternating Saturdays. And on Sunday, starting this coming Sunday, you can find me also with ADH Adventures playing a new campaign that is yet unnamed, but will have fun, cool, time travel-y shenanigans and things afoot. It will be great.
Excellent. We'll take a different route this time. Ivy,
Hello.
where
that's
can
me.
people find you in the interwebs?
Yes. So, so I'm Gamer the Girl on every social media that you can possibly find me on. You can find me back on Dice Cream Sandwich on October 31st, where we are starting our 2-part finale of Beyond the Realms. So it'll be October 31st, and then the next session is November, and that'll be the end of it. So if you are looking to watch the end of Beyond the Realms and where we end up, join us, because I already know where Farrell is going to end up in her epilogue, and it's going to be great, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And then you can find me every Tuesday here. You can find me every other Friday here DMing, and starting November 17th, you can find me and Sphinx over on the Dice Cream channel, where I will be taking over as temporary DM for a mini campaign, which is Alice in the Wonder Dark, where everyone is going to have very interesting characters. So if you want to watch Sphinx and Nerd D and Markia and a bunch of other fun people, come join us. And then November 19th, you can come and watch me. Well, you'll hear me running tech for a 24-hour charity stream for Rolling for Charity.
Absolutely. And that's going to be an amazing stream. There'll be a lot of people there, and we're a wonderful cause. So please, if you guys can, make sure you guys go show up and give them all the support and love.
Yeah, we have a bunch of Australians from Chaosium. They're going to DM a Call of Cthulhu game, so we're really excited.
Excellent. Em, where can the focuses
Hello.
find you on the interwebs?
You can find me under any iteration of Starshine Stories on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. You find me here Monday nights and Saturday mornings DMing. Here every Tuesday. This Thursday, I will be on Grim Songbird's Twitch channel for a Council of Patrons D&D patron one-shot, which is going to be a lot of fun. I already know what everybody's bringing to the table.
Hey, I'll be modding for that. I'm so excited.
Yes, I get to be in pajamas, which is nice.
You do.
Yes. Every other Friday, you can find me on Beggar Street for Exalted. Every Friday, you can find me on the Figment Collective, and also on Sundays. And then starting October 31st, you can find me on Beggar Street at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Twin City by Nights, Vampire the Masquerade, which is ran by Dice and Autism.
It's going to be wonderful. If anyone doesn't know Dice and Autism, they are excellent at making people cry. They literally could be a professional at it. Thank you so much, Em. Milagros,
Hello.
where can people find you on the mighty interwebs?
Oh my god, Mark as a priest of chaos. Yes, that could be season 2. People can find me mostly here. I'm here all the time. I'm here Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, and Saturday mornings. I live here. They can't get rid of me. They'll never know peace, and my characters will never stop being dumb. Tune in on Monday to see my dumbest character face the consequences of their stupid actions. Yeah, I'm getting ready for National Novel Writing Month. Possibly going to be streaming on TikTok. I have to check if my laptop is able to like handle streaming on Twitch right now because she's kind of on her last leg, and it's going to be a while till I can get an actual PC. But yeah, got a lot of stuff in the works.
Dun dun dun! And of course, if you want to find, oh sorry, I almost forgot. Mark, Jonathan, you're not Mark anymore.
Our baby.
Okay. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us. Jonathan is one of the original members of Dinner and a Game, having been with us since we were a podcast back in 2018, and he's stuck around for some crazy reason. I have no idea why, but he did, and that's why we have Mark, and we're very thankful that he did. And Jonathan is the only one smart enough not to be on social media. So, Jonathan, thank you again for joining us this week. And if you want to find any of Dinner and a Game socials, you can find our social links in our link tree. We are getting ready to debut something new. Dinner and a Game has been trying to find a way to monetize forever. And I come up with an idea and a concept that I wanted to try because I'm also an avid 3D printing nerd. And so we are going to open up a little store called Material Component. And that store is going to specialize in creating and selling 3D printed products for tabletop RPGs. And we are doing a soft launch, a soft opening at Wednesday of next week, the 26th. We're going to do a soft opening then where we're going to go ahead and launch that on our D&D campaign night. And we're going to be doing a 10% discount on all sets that we're going to be doing. And I'm going to be posting up links for Material Component. And it's going to be something that you guys can do that will give you the ability to throw together dungeons, to throw together, stuff like that. And actually have 3D rep if you play in person to use your minis on. And it is going to be amazing and wonderful. We hope you all like it. And we're going to be posting those links up into our Facebook, our Discord, all our social medias. So you'll be able to find those links there. Also, always remember, if you give us a follow, you will be eligible to win the books we're giving away, and also to get the raffle tickets for the mini of the month. In the meantime, let's go find somebody to raid. Anyone got any recommendations? ADH Adventures is on. Ooh, they got a lot of people too. Anyone want to see what ADH Adventures is doing? I wonder.
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. So we're going to go raid AH Adventures. They're one of our mostest favoriteest peoples to raid. We hope everyone here had a good night tonight. We hope you guys enjoy it and come back and see the show more often. And we hope that when you do, you stay safe, that you basically social distance, wear a mask whenever you can, do everything you can, keep yourself safe so you can come back and enjoy the show week after week. At Dinner and a Game, we always save you a seat at the table. We want to just make sure that you're good and fine to come back and join that table. We love you, and we will see you guys next time.
Good night.
We rated. I was trying to find a way to give you guys more clues without giving it all away.
Yeah, I was trying to, because I had the understanding for it. I just did not want to beat you over the head with it.
We stand Vera being like, I'm sick of this shit. Understand, bitch.